G'day legends, I'm Brenno and I'm back again with another tips, tricks and techniques video to make your next camping adventure absolutely unforgettable for all the right reasons. Between my previous gig as editor of 4Drive Action and my new role here at 4Drive Supacentre getting to test out all the gear, I've been lucky enough to turn my addiction for camping into my entire life. I've been lucky enough to camp my way around just about every corner of Australia over the last couple of decades, and I want to share with you the hard-learned lessons that I've learned along the way. I reckon that the comfier you make your camping setup, the more you go camping, and that is definitely the end goal. Righto, so it's a warm old day here, and I reckon it's the perfect opportunity to share with you some of my all-time favourite warm weather camping hacks. These tricks will mean the difference between a warm weather camp that's nice and comfortable and one that's spent sweating it out, and I know which one I'd prefer. So first of all, let's talk choosing a campsite. Now when it's warm, I always try and choose a campsite that's on the western side of a tree line or even a ridge line. Now tomorrow morning the sun's going to come right up over that tree line there. What it's going to do is it's going to prevent direct sun from hitting my swag first thing in the morning, because there is nothing worse than waking up at 6 AM absolutely sweating. An awning and sidewall works brilliantly for this too, because it's all about keeping that direct sunlight off your campsite. And if all else fails, use your vehicle as shade. Righto, so here's a cracking tip that I use all the time. Don't set your tent or your swag up until it's dusk. If you set it up mid-arvo, it's just going to act like a sauna and trap a heap of unnecessary heat in it. Instead, leave it packed away so the majority of the material is protected from direct sunlight, and only set it up when the sun drops. Just don't forget to set it up before you have too many lemonades. The key to a good night's sleep when it's warm is just a little bit of airflow. That way, when you sweat, that bit of breeze evaporates the sweat and cools you down. And that's where this little fella comes into play. The Adventure King's 2-in-1 LED light and fan. This thing, it's a little cracker. It's nearly silent in its operation. It just provides a beautiful little bit of breeze. That's all you need just to keep you cool when you're sleeping. They run on double D batteries, and at first you might not think they move a heap of air, but that gentle breeze on you all night, that is the stuff. And here's a cracking tip to make sure you don't get swarmed by bugs when it comes to night. Swap out your white LED camp lights for orange ones like these from the Adventure King's Orange Camp Light Extension Kit. Most bugs aren't as attracted to red lights as they are to white light, and orange isn't too far away from red on the colour spectrum. It's the perfect middle ground between providing enough light for you to see and not attracting bugs. And if the bugs are still persistent, well, a very, very light spray of Aerogard on your lights will keep them away. Now, if you tally up the reasons why you open your fridge when you're camping in warm weather, I reckon 90% of the time it'll be to get cold drinks out. But what happens is every time you open your fridge, you let that cold air out and your fridge has to work unnecessarily harder to replace that cold air and keep everything cool. Here is a much better idea. If you've got an icebox, keep your drinks in it and leave the fridge for food. That way, the food that you have to keep cold stays ice cold. And it doesn't matter if the ice melts a little bit because your drinks will still stay cold regardless. Haven't got an icebox? Don't sweat it, because here's another cracking tip. Wherever possible, try and keep your fridge as full as possible at all times, because it's much easier for any fridge to keep a full load of already cold food nice and cold, as opposed to the air in a half-empty fridge. And remember the golden rule: one beer out, replace it with another one. And look, we all know just how bad this bushfire season has been and how bad bushfires get in Australia. So especially if you're gonna go out of phone range, make sure you get on your phone and know what bushfires are doing in your area. Make sure you know what the wind's doing as well. And of course, observe any total fire bans when you're camping. And of course, remember to drink plenty of water to stay hydrated, don't overdo the grog, and remember to be sun smart too. You'll make your warm weather camping adventure absolutely unforgettable. Cheers. And another thing, if you reckon I've missed out on any warm weather hacks, drop them in the comments below. And remember to hit that subscribe button for more tips, tricks and techniques to get you camping and four-wheel driving like a king.